Evening, I'm Justin Mize. My presentation today is about the Remington 870 shotgun. This is one of the best shotguns ever made. It's well used by multiple people. Most law enforcement agencies across the United States use this shotgun. It's still in use today by many. Some have switched over to rifles only, but this is a great shotgun. I carry this every day with me in the duties of my job. I'm going to go over some basic nomenclature of the shotgun real quick. On the bottom side of the shotgun next to the trigger guard is action bar release. You depress that, that allows you to ratchet the foregrip on the gun down to open the action of the gun. You're going to be pulling the breech block back. The safety is on. It's on the side of the weapon here next to the trigger guard. That is the safety. The safety is on. The main safety is your finger. This is the number one safety. This gun will not fire, will not do anything unless a human being's finger is on this weapon and on that trigger. The safety is in the on position. I can see the red. It's hard to show you guys. I can see the red and the safety is in the on position. The breech is open. The gun is empty. I'm going to stick my finger in here to show you all the gun is empty. There's nothing inside there. There's nothing in the breech. Nothing in the magazine here. The magazine empty. What I'm going to demonstrate to you guys is how to carry this weapon in a vehicle. ATV, UTV, hunting season's coming up. Everybody likes to carry guns on those. And do it in a safe manner. And it's what we call in law enforcement as cruiser safe. This weapon can ride in a vehicle anywhere and it'll be cruiser safe. There's nothing in the breech of the gun. There's nothing loaded in the magazine, in the tube, ready to fire. It's just all the magazine. And you put it into action and you make this gun ready to fire. I'm going to try to keep this pretty simple, not getting too many terms. Some basic nomenclature. You got the trigger guard. You have the trigger. I'm going to try to step back and get some light behind it. You have the trigger guard. The safety is right here. The action bar release is right here on the bottom next to the trigger guard. That allows you to open this weapon when it's in the lock position. If a round hasn't been fired, you push the action bar release. It'll allow the gun to open, and if there's any live shell or empty shell, it'll pull it out. That's what it allows you to do. And then if you slide this forward a little bit, you'll see it coming up. I'm trying to get a good angle. This is the breech. You just saw it come up a little bit. That's the breech block. It seals the chamber so you can fire the weapon is what it does. And then when you pull the forearm, the extractor on the side of it will pull out the empty shell and throw it out the weapon. And then as you bring the forearm forward, it grabs another shell. One pops up and it pushes it into the barrel ready to fire once you've locked the breech closed. We're going to have it open right now. Like I said, my magazine here will hold 6 rounds, 6 shells, and we use 9-pellet double-aught buck at my agency, and that's what I'm going to be showing you guys how we load that cruiser safe. I dropped one, I had to pick it up, sorry. To determine this, when you're ready to start going cruiser safe, you determine first that the gun is empty. So I showed you guys I'm able to stick my finger inside. There's nothing in the barrel. The breech is open. I can put my hand in it and it shows there's nothing in this weapon. This thing is totally safe. Flip the weapon over. You're going to look in the magazine. Inside there's a magazine follower. This one's kind of an orange color. I can push it. It's plastic. There's nothing in the gun. I'm going to show you real quick. If there was something in the gun, here's one shell. I'm going to push it in the magazine. So if there was something, I look in there and I can feel, oh, there's metal. There's something there. On the side of this, there's 2 springs for the action bar. Those will release the shells. Point the weapon at the ground, reach up inside through the bottom, and on the side, you push one of the springs over to the side, and it'll give you the shell into your hand. This is the safest way to unload this way. You're not running the action in this gun, trying to unload it one at a time by just opening the action. This is the safe way. Just puts it into your hand, and you have it in your hand. I'm going to set down this table I have in front of me. For now, we'll get back to that. So I've determined now the weapon is empty, and I'm going to put this thing cruiser safe. So as I put this in cruiser safe, I know it's empty. I've just checked it. I'm going to check it again one more time. I'm going to put my hand on the weapon, keep my finger off the trigger. There's no fingers on the trigger. I'm going to point this at the ground. That's a safe direction. If it should go off, if I miss something, it's in a safe direction. It's going to hit the ground. Slowly push the forearm forward, which is going to be closing the breech, keeping an eye on the breech at the same time. Make sure nothing goes inside it. It goes to the lock position. It's locked. You cannot pull it. It's ready to fire. You're going to depress the safety, and you're going to pull the trigger to the rear, holding onto the gun firmly in case there is something in there. Nothing's in there. It just cycled the trigger. Put the safety back in the safe position. The gun is now ready to load the magazine with the 6 rounds of 9-pellet double-aught buck my agency carries. I always flip my gun over. That way I have no reason to be grabbing anywhere near that trigger. And I grab my shells one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 rounds in that gun. That weapon is cruiser safe. The barrel is empty. There's no gun. There's no ammo inside the barrel. If anybody pulls this trigger, pushes the safe, pull the trigger, nothing is going to happen. The gun has not been cycled. The trigger is not ready to fire. The firing pin is not in the arm position. The firing pin has been expelled. There's no tension on the spring. So somebody makes this action and pulls this action back and loads one of those 9-pellet double-aught bucks inside this barrel, this gun will not fire. This gun is completely safe. You can ride with it on an ATV, UTV, sitting on the side, sitting barrel down, sitting barrel up, whichever you prefer. In my patrol car, I have a locking mechanism. The butt of the shotgun goes down inside a holder, and it lays back into a rest, and there's a lock that goes on right around here. And that's how this thing rides all day long when I'm out patrolling. Never blown a hole in the roof, never done nothing. Only when I put this gun into action will this go off. I'm inside my home now. I'm not going to put this gun into action. I'm not going to load one in there. I didn't have any dummy. My firearms instructors were gone for the day when I went in yesterday. I wasn't able to grab some dummy rounds, and I let a friend borrow the personal ones I had. He's doing some shotgun training with his daughter, and so I don't have any right now. So I will not be doing that just to demonstrate how you put the gun into action now. I hope you all understood that from earlier when I explained how the weapon works, how it does load. But the gun is cruiser safe. It is ready to go into operation. And that's my presentation for y'all today. I hope you guys enjoy firearms as much as I do. I hope you'll find this beneficial if you decide to ever try to use the Remington 870 shotgun. I recommend that's how you keep it. If you're going to have it in your house, if you're going to transport anything, because in an emergency situation, if a gun's empty, it's going to take you a minute to fumble with the magazine to get it loaded. If your magazines are loaded, all you got to do is arm the weapon. And that's one of the safest things to do to protect you, your family, any loved ones, any good friends, anything like that. Because crime is rising. It's only going to get worse. So, and I want y'all to be safe in your home. And if you transport a weapon and it needs to be loaded during your transport, i.e. if you're out hunting or checking your property, something like that, you need to have a loaded firearm. Don't be carrying around an empty gun. It makes no sense. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was pretty clear. Just a basic, quick rundown of how to make a weapon. The Remington 870 in particular. Cruiser safe is what we call it in law enforcement. But vehicle safe, carry safe, ready to go into action. Like I said, if you run the action, pull the full arm and load one in the magazine, from the magazine to the barrel, it's ready to shoot them. If you depress the safety and pull the trigger, there you go. You guys have a great day. Thank you again. I appreciate you.